Three things the happiest and healthiest relationships have. A few things come to mind immediately, and I talk a lot about these things. There's a shared vision in the relationship. They're wanting and moving towards the same goals and the same outcomes, at least in the big ones, the priority ones. They also have alignment in values. You know, the old saying, opposites attract, is somewhat of a misleading statement because it is true that opposites in personalities very often create fire and tension that is very attractive, but not opposite in values and character. If you have a different character and value than your partner, it's going to be a lot of struggle. You can have shared vision, but if you don't have shared values, there's going to be a potential for a lot of disconnect. For instance, you could have two people that want to create financial freedom for their family, but one wants to do it ethically and the other does not care. That's going to create a lot of tension in a relationship. The values in which you make decisions by matter. And you'll notice the longest standing relationship tend to have in common shared values and shared vision. And then the other one is a healthy way in which you deal with conflict. And so conflict is part of the human experience, whether it's two people, if it's even one person, conflict is part of the experience. And so knowing how to deal with conflict, which is not avoiding it, there's a difference between being a peacemaker and a peacekeeper. Peacekeepers don't deal with underlying issues, they hide them, and they eventually bubble up and become bigger issues later on. If you grew up in a family in which one or both parents hid issues and swept them under the rug like they never happened and everyone was pretend these things never happened, you know the consequences of that and a lot of unresolved therapy later on in life, or unresolved issues that lead to therapy later on in life. Peacemakers are willing to address the real issues and talk through them and create resolution. And so I think all three of those components are really important. And when you see lasting relationship, they tend to have those. Then there's subtopics there, making time for one another, connection and intimacy, prioritizing dating and relationship, shared experience. There's other pieces, but to me, those are all subtopics to the three.